Lecture number 10, stoichiometry. Let us see our numerical based on chemical equations question. When 4 grams of iron is burned at high temperature to ferric oxide at constant pressure, 29.28 kilojoules of heat is evolved. So which oxide formed? Ferric oxide. Then the amount of heat evolved for producing 1 mole of ferric oxide is. This is the question we have. First of all, what is the balanced equation required for this one? We will see. We have iron, that iron with oxygen giving ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3. This gives some heat energy, you know, in kilojoules. So if you write 2 moles of it to balance these irons, then this is to balance the oxygens, you are right, it is 3 by 2. Okay. So in this reaction equation, from the equation we came to know that there is 2 moles of 2 moles means which is equals to 112 grams of iron is giving 1 mole of Fe2O3 ferric oxide. Okay, what is the meaning of this one is 112 grams of iron will give, suppose, x kilojoules per mole of energy. Then what is the main important statement for us is they are given in the question, it is 4 grams of iron. 4 grams of iron as per the question given is said to gives 29.28 kilojoules of energy. So we should find what is x, that is the aim of the problem. So then what is x from it? What is x from this stoichiometric analysis? This one is x is equals to 29.28 into 112 by 4. You'll see the simplification. Upon simplification, I got the answer 819.84 kilojoules. So this is the right answer for the problem. Answer. See this question. In this, for 109 percentage labeled oleum, if the number of moles of H2SO4 and free SO3 be X and Y respectively, then what will be the value of X plus Y by X minus Y? Okay. See, dear students, we have oleum is nothing but fuming sulfuric acid. Oleum is sulfuric acid plus sulfur trioxide plus small quantities of water. In this, actually this water is 9 grams will be there as per the experiments. Sulfur trioxide will be 40 grams present and this is 60 grams is present as it is 107 percentage of label. So this is the standard value. From this we can easily calculate number of moles of H2SO4. What is the number of moles of H2SO4? That is equals to 6C by molar mass of H2SO4. That is 60 divided by molar mass of H2SO4 is 0.6122. Similarly, the number of moles of free SO3 in this reaction, that is equals to 40 divided by its molar mass is 80. So it will be 1 by 2 means it is 0.5. Therefore, when you are saying it is the value, this is x only. The thing is nothing but this is x, this is y only. We calculated. So what is the value we have to calculate is x plus y by x minus y. So what is x plus y? The x plus y total, if you do it, you will get exactly 1.1122. Similarly, if you do the difference you will get 0.1122. For this, the division you will get 9.9 is the answer for this difference after simplification. This is the answer for this problem. See this question. Polyethylene can be produced from calcium carbide according to the following sequence of reactions. Calcium carbide plus H2O gives rise to calcium oxide plus acetylene. This is one. Another one, acetylene hydrogenation gives ethylene. After that, polymerization is giving polythene. This is polythene. Calculate the mass of polythene which can be produced from 20 kilograms of calcium carbide. This is the question we have. See, from the question we can understand that calcium carbide 1 mole is there in the equation. 1 mole of calcium carbide is there. That will definitely gives 1 mole of ethylene, polythene. 1 mole of ethylene. This is the meaning. So polythene, that is. It indicates we need to just find the number of moles of this calcium carbide, that is 20 kilograms. I am taking 20 kilograms, means it is 10 cube, divided by its molar mass is coming 64. So 64, this is the moles of calcium carbide which is giving, don't know how many moles of polythene is there. This is polythene, x by ethylene. So ethylene molar mass is 28 moles of this ethylene. This is calcium carbide and this one is for ethylene. So if you find out what is x, x will be equals to 28 into 10 cube into 20 by 64. Upon simplification, you will get 8.75 into 10 cube grams. That is the meaning of this one is nothing but 8.75 kilograms. Here, the mass of polythene is the same as the mass of ethylene, as 8.75 kilograms is required by the law of conservation of mass. This is the answer for this question, as that is polythene mass. You can write it as question. How much carbon monoxide is produced from the reaction of 1 kg of octane C8H18 and 1 kg of oxygen. Okay, this is the question. Definitely it looks an combustion reaction of octane. So octane C8H18 upon combustion with oxygen, it is said to produce carbon monoxide and water. That is the instruction from the experiment. So experiment is telling that we need to take what is the balanced equation. This is 2 moles. If you take, it will be 16 moles of carbon monoxide and it will be 18 moles of water, and the rest of the other is 17 moles of oxygen will be there. It is the balanced equation. So from this equation also we can calculate how to find the mass of the carbon monoxide. Before that, what is the number of moles of octane C8H18? That we will do it. C8H18. They gain 1 kg, so 1 kg by octane molar mass total, it will become 114. So when you do the simplification, you will get 8.77 moles of octane. Similarly, if you do the calculation for number of moles of oxygen, also taken 1 kg means 1000 grams by molar mass of oxygen, it will come 31.25 moles. Okay. So what is the meaning of this one is we have 8.77 moles of this octane is there, but from the equation we can tell that it is requiring 2 moles of this octane requiring 17 moles of oxygen. It means when you take this 8.77, so what we got is 8.77 moles of octane requires how many moles of oxygen. So we will see this calculation first. What is x? X is equals to 8.77 into 17 by 2. So after multiplication, simplification, we will get 17.5 moles of oxygen. What is the meaning of this one is nothing but oxygen is limiting reagent. So therefore O2 is nothing but limiting reagent from this. So from these two steps we can understand what is the limiting reagent concept involved in this one. And moving on to the point, very clear that here we have 17 moles of oxygen is there, and that 17 moles of oxygen is said to give 16 moles of CO from the equation. But we have only 31.25 moles of oxygen instead of 74.5, which gives how many moles of carbon monoxide? So x moles assume. So what is x? Let us calculate what is x here. X is equals to 31.25 into 16 by 17. This is the number of moles of CO. Therefore, from this we can find what is the mass of CO. Mass of CO in the problem is, let us find out the mass. Simplify this one. We will see the calculation. So here, after the simplification of number of moles, I got 29.41 number of moles. So this 29.41 number of moles of carbon monoxide will be multiplied with its molar mass 28. Then we will get 823.52 grams. So this is the mass of carbon monoxide that is produced from the reaction of 1 kg of octane and 1 kg of oxygen. Let us see the question. The reaction of Cr2O3 chromium oxide by aluminum proceeds quantitatively on ignition of a suitable fuse. The reaction is 2AlCr2O3 gives rise to Al2O3 plus 2Cr. So the reaction, we must note down the reaction first of all, that is 2Al plus Cr2O3 gives rise to Al2O3 plus 2Cr. Okay. What is the question is, how much metallic chromium can be made by bringing to reaction temperature a mixture of 5 kgs and 20 kgs, 5 kgs aluminum and 20 kgs of chromium oxide. Another question we have, which reactant remains at the completion of the reaction, how much? These are the two questions we have to answer. First of all, from the equation, we must understand one thing, that 2 moles of aluminum is there. The 2 moles of aluminum is giving 2 moles of chromium. It is very clear from the equation. We have to find what is the number of moles of aluminum. So we know this is 5 by 5 means 5000 by 27. 5000 by 27 is the number of moles of aluminum, and 20,000 divided by 52 is the number of moles of chromium. We will see its simplification answer. See, from the simplification, I got 185.18 moles of aluminum and 384.61 moles of chromium. As per the equation, number of moles is same. If anything is less, we can consider that is LR, means limiting reagent. Therefore, what is the first question? What is the mass of chromium? So we can easily find what is the mass of chromium. Mass of chromium is equals to limiting reagent number of moles, so 185.18 into chromium atomic mass 52. So this is the value, the subtraction, whatever the multiplication value we have, this will be the value in terms of grams, that is 9629.3 grams I got. It indicates it is 9.6293 kilograms of chromium is the answer for the first question. I can say this is the answer for the first question. Okay. Now we will see the second one, that is we have already 5 kilograms of aluminum is there. The 5 kilograms of aluminum is said to give how many kilograms of chromium oxide, that we don't know, that we will find out. But before that, we know that 2 moles of aluminum, what is 2 moles of aluminum? That is 54 grams. Assume 54 kilograms is there. That is giving 1 mole of chromium oxide. So this is 1 mole. So that 1 mole of chromium oxide meaning is how much? 1 mole of chromium, actually its mass is, chromium oxide mass is 152 grams. So I am taking 152 kilograms of Cr2O3. If you find the X value here, X is equals to 152 into 5 by 54. Here I got 14.07 kilograms for it. Therefore, what is exactly chromium left in the reaction? That means chromium left in the reaction is 20 minus 14.07. So approximately I got 5.9 kilograms of chromium oxide which is given excess in the question. That means which reactant remains at the completion of the reaction means chromium remains, chromium oxide, and how much means 20 minus 14.7. You got 14.7 I have taken is approximately 14.1 only. That's why I got 5.9 kilograms. So this is the simplification I got. So the answer is 5.9 is the kilograms mass of chromium oxide reactant which is given excess. So the first question answer is 9.6293 kilograms, and the second question chromium mass we calculated is 14.07 kilograms we got, and the excess of chromium which is given in the unreacted in the reaction is 5.9. So here which is the limiting reagent? Aluminum is the limiting reagent. That's all.